Right, henchman. After you've taken those bodies to the incinerator, I want you to come back here and show Obergruppenführer Smith to his new office. Oh, yes, Atlas, I will do that. Good. I must admit, it was easier than I thought it was going to be to convince you to join us. Well, you said you would kill me if I didn't. Yeah, but you could have put up more of a fight, because you have got a gun after all. Ah, but a revolver is more powerful than the bog standard handgun. Maybe you should fit your security team out with revolvers instead of handguns then. It wasn't my decision, it was Patrick's decision to have handguns for the security team. No, it wasn't. It was Norman Osborn's decision, and it's just stayed handguns this whole time since Norman's been the boss. You're right there. I should have been more truthful with you. I'm sorry. The henchman takes Patrick Blake and Christian Grey's bodies, and he takes them to the incinerator, and they get incinerated. So then he comes back to the basement, and he shows Obergruppenführer Smith to Patrick's old office. Here it is, Obergruppenführer. Your new office. I hope you like it. Thank you, henchman. That will be all. But sir, don't you want me to show you how you say use the internet and how to look at websites and stuff like that? Oh yeah, so I was almost forgetting about that. I suppose you better, hadn't you? What people don't know is when John Smith arrived in the Oscorp facility, he was also accompanied by Juliana Crane, because she came free from the other dimension as well, because she was actually hiding in John Smith's office when he was teleported to the Oscorp facility. So at the moment, Juliana is actually hiding in the basement of the Oscorp facility. And she actually manages to smuggle herself up to Patrick's old office, which is now John Smith's office. And when she sees that the henchman has left the office, she quickly slips into the office and she locks the door behind her. Ah, Miss Crane, I must say I'm shocked that you're here. How is that even possible? I came through at the same time as you. For that to be possible, you must have been hiding in my office back in the other dimension. Yeah, I was, underneath your desk. Sneaky. I like it. Kind of reminds me of of wait, I can't remember. I kind of have these memory lapses. What? What are you talking about? Oh, it's nothing, Miss Crane. Don't worry, it's nothing to concern you. Now, Miss Crane, I'm going to have to ask you to leave this Oscorp facility. John, you know I can't do that. We both need to go back to the other dimension where we came from. I'm going back, Juliana, but you're not. You're a problem that can be solved by me leaving you here to rot. How do you know I would be rotting here? This seems like a perfectly pleasant dimension. Well, compared to the one that we came from, anyway. You don't know enough about it yet. You're jumping to conclusions, which is out of character for you, Miss Gray. As we speak, the henchman is carrying out my orders and he'll be returning soon. So you better not be here when he comes back. Because I'm currently in the process of trying to purchase a Nazi uniform for him to wear. Is that even appropriate in this dimension? I don't know yet. I don't even know if the Nazis are in charge in this dimension. Huh. You may have the army storming this building at any second. It's entirely possible, but at the same time, it might not happen. And I'm willing to take that risk. We don't even know if there's even such thing as the army in this dimension. I was watching you with that Atlas guy. He knows what Nazis are. And so does that henchman. So there must be some form of military in this dimension. That Atlas guy is not from this dimension. Yeah, but the henchman is, though. How do you know that, Miss Crane? You're jumping to conclusions again. I don't know. Maybe I could see it in his eyes. You can tell a lot about a man or a woman by looking in their eyes, deep into their soul and their heart. My wife's eyes are perfect. Yours aren't. I beg to differ. I think my eyes are more attractive than your wife's. Prove it by taking part in a photo shoot for me. Because if you refuse to take part, then I'm afraid you'll have to vacate these premises. Oh, very well then, I'll do it. Wonder what the photographic technology is like in this dimension. The henchman has informed me that there is some clothing that you can get on behind that bookcase over there. Well, how did he know to say that to you? Because he didn't even see me. Oh, we both saw you, Juliana, on the CCTV. But I asked the henchman to kindly leave the room so I could have a private conversation with you. So all of that stuff about me having to be gone by the time he gets back, that was all bullshit then. Pretty much. I'd like to be threatening, Juliana. You should know that by now. Oh, I know all too well, Smith. Smith presses the button underneath his desk to make the bookcase slide back, and Juliana enters the room. and Smith presses the button again to close the bookcase. Then Juliana finds a box of clothing. At first, she thinks the clothing is weird because it's so modern, with things like jeans and stuff like that, and more modern shoes. But as soon as she gets undressed, and when she gets dressed into her new clothing, she seems to take a liking to the new clothing. Oh, this is definitely me, all right. Smith thinks he's given Juliana enough time to get the clothes on. So he presses the button underneath his desk, and the bookcase slides back again. He then enters the room, and he sees Juliana. Well, Juliana, you look fine. I must admit, I wasn't expecting you to say that after you insulted my eyes before. We've got to give compliments sometimes, even to our enemies. Says who? I'm never going to give you a compliment. You don't deserve one. My. You are touchy after I offered you asylum, and you took it. The henchman finally returns, and he helps John Smith set up the camera equipment that is already in the room. And he teaches him how to use it. And then he starts taking various pictures of Juliana in sexy poses. That's it, Juliana. You're doing really well. You're a natural at this.